welcome to the No Vision Internet Radio Podcast Network. I am here. I guess someone decided to trust me with their life. That was very stupid of them because I don't know what I'm doing. But my name is Quentin, and I'm here with George. Thank you for giving me this opportunity once again. And we are here with the Tech Rants show premiering once again. George, thanks for having me. You can thank me for having you. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
That's all right, man. You did pretty good. You did pretty good. It's just we're on Twitter, Facebook, and Facebook, folks. And Quentin, not bad. Not bad. You made first down. You made your first down.
I think I did. Yeah.
So,
So
did you want to
yeah.
continue or want me to take over?
Well, no. I'm just getting the links out. So as he said, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So fan interaction is definitely key. So I appreciate the comments and the questions and concerns. It definitely helps us. Also, I didn't mention this to George, but I want to mention this now as a surprise. This is George's first time hearing it. I swear to God. And the person who did this, they wished to remain anonymous, and they wished for the amount to be remain anonymous. But I want to give a big shout out. Someone made a significant donation to me or basically to the podcast, and I really want to appreciate you for doing that. It helps bring us better content and better reviews. I've gotten some emails over the past week, with some special requests, but thank you to those who have donated. I was really surprised. You did not have to do that, and I truly thank you from the bottom of your heart. From the bottom of my heart, not your heart. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really touched me, and I just want to provide the best content that I can. I want to help you guys out. This show, we do this for you, okay? We do this for you. Yes, we have a good time doing it, but it's the matter of helping out the blind and visually impaired community so you can live the best life that you are able to do. Because just because you are blind, it does not mean you are crippled. It does not mean that your life stops. And any way that I can help you with the world of technology to help you live the most independent life and the most successful life, I'm glad to do it. So thank you to those that donated. I really do appreciate it. Once again, it is not required, but it greatly helps the podcast and the network. So information to donate is on the website as well. And like I said, everything you do, it can be as little as $1. I don't care. It helps. So thank you so much. I'm just very touched. So sorry about that, George. But I
That's
just
all
wanted
right.
to do
That's all right.
that. I have to thank those that do support us because George actually posted something. I don't know. I didn't talk about this as well, so hopefully they didn't get mad at me. But we posted something. Somebody had the nerve to make a comment to say that our show is irrelevant. But some of the emails and just by the outpour of support that I've been getting, we are not irrelevant. So we're going to keep doing what we're going to do. We're going to keep thriving, and hopefully we can touch somebody's life and make somebody's happy. So enough of the touchy stuff. How are you tonight, George?
I'm doing great, man. And in regards to that irrelevant thing, and what it was, I think I know what the context was that in regards. This person, I think I know this person. So, but the point is, just to let everyone know too, and I've told Quentin this off air, and that right now the No Vision Internet platform has gotten this month. Now, mind you, it's a short month, and not including this show now, because the shows right now we're kind of tipping at 350 a hit or 350 views downloads per show, Quentin. So right now, with the whole platform, the other shows that we do and everything, we're at 1,646. That's 1,646 downloads and views for the month, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good number. Of course, we want to shoot for higher numbers, but the thing is, people like Quentin said, this is your show, and I do appreciate Quentin coming out of his way to do what he's about to show you folks. Since he did a real good job in regards to demonstration, and I'm impressed, Quentin. You do a real good job, so I'm glad you're here. So whoever didn't think it's relevant, well then they gotta switch the channel to go watch NBC or something else.
Right.
But anyways,
There, Fox News, NFL Network. But we got a lot to talk about. Like I said, you're doing good. I'm so sick and tired of this wishy-washy weather here. It was icy a little bit the other day. It's like 35 degrees right now. Tomorrow's supposed to be 50, and they're talking about 69 by Tuesday. So sinus has been acting up, but spring is almost here. My birthday's almost here, and it's Girl Scout cookie season.
Quentin, the bad thing about the allergies now, I mean, unfortunately, was the allergies, because I have real bad allergies.
Right.
When you sneeze or cough, like the other day I was coughing at work, and somebody sent me a message, "Are you okay? Are you feeling okay?" I'm like,
Oh
yes,
yes.
it's
Every
my
time you cough,
allergies.
somebody thinks it's COVID. It could be
Yes,
allergies and then it's COVID. No, it's not COVID. Everything you get is not COVID. But of course, COVID is real. So please, get your vaccinations if you believe in that. Wash your hands. Wear your masks. Just be safe. That's all. And
yep.
then it's flu season. So yeah, definitely be safe in everything that you do. So a lot to talk about. And speaking of being safe, um, some people might have some issues being safe. But what I mean by that is, so as of Tuesday, February the 22nd, AT&T has sunsetted its 3G network. And it's going to impact some people. Some people should not panic. But 3G, I don't remember too much about the early days with cell phones. But apparently, the first text message was sent out in 1992, and that was, and I think the text message said "Merry Christmas" or something like that. And that was on 2G. 3G came out in 2002, which gave us mobile web. You got this, you guys remember the old Nokia days, George? I'm sure you remember Snake. On the
Yes.
old Nokia's phones, you could play Snake, and then when you remember the ringback tones when you called somebody's phone, it would have a stupid song
Yep.
on there, and
Yep. Yep.
yeah. So 3G, and then now we're in 4G. I remember all the 4G hype commercials. Everybody tried to outdo each other. Now here we are with 5G, but in order to make bandwidth for this 5G, 3G has sunsetted. It started with AT&T. Verizon plans on doing theirs by the end of the year, and then T-Mobile, they were going to do theirs in July, but I think they're going to push back. But yeah, George, this 3G shutdown is pretty impactful. So I think we have a clip of something that might explain a little bit more information about that. And then once we play that, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about some of the impacts and some of the things you can do so you don't feel the impact too much if you haven't already. You got that, George?
Yes, sir. Here we go.
All right.
Now to a consumer alert for all AT&T users. All 3G services will be permanently shut down starting tomorrow, impacting millions of people. WPTV News Channel 5's Danielle Seat joins us now live. And Danielle, just talk to us about what types of devices could be impacted.
Ashley, it's going to be those older phones like the flip phones that rely on the 3G service that will now stop working as of tomorrow. But it's also the medical devices, medical alert systems, and the home alert systems that many say could leave people in a life or death situation when they shut down. So go ahead and today call your provider and make sure your devices don't use that 3G service. Now, AT&T says they've given companies and consumers 3 years notice to switch over from those older devices, as they say they're making room for the new 5G service. But according to AP, 1.5 million families still have 3G home alarms that need to be upgraded. And one advocacy group called Pro Seniors says many of their older parents or grandparents rely on medical devices that use the 3G service.
Need to get the word out to seniors, but also folks that, family members and friends that can make sure that they're checking if their device is going to still work with the new 5G.
An AT&T spokesperson tells us at NBC that they are going to work with their customers to help them transition through all of this, and they will provide majority of people with a replacement phone for those that are using those older flip phones. Live in West Palm Beach, I'm Danielle Seat, WPTV News Channel 5.
Wow. So that's a big impact. They may say that that small 1 point whatever million is not a lot, but that's a lot. I mean, um, I was able to convince my folks to get smartphones. Are they the best in the world? No, but they're up to date. But I mean, I'm sure. I don't know about you, George. You know anybody that still uses a flip phone?
Uh, Not really. My grandma did, but she, no, I really don't know anybody that really uses a. No, now that I compare it back to the day, yeah, back in the day you had all this, but no, I really don't.
Yeah,
Now,
no, not right now. I
the
mean, besides the new ones at Samsung and Motorola. Motorola revived the Razor,
yes,
but that's about it. But old-fashioned flip phones, they really don't exist. But uh, so the good news is, if you are not ready to upgrade to a smartphone, if you just We're not ready to cross that bridge. However, if I had to bet, I would say about most of you here are or you have. But if you're just somebody that just loves to use computer as a computer and a phone to say hello, goodbye, uh, every carrier still sells a flip phone. Verizon happens to be the most. They sell a couple different models. But the main one that they sell is one by Alcatel. I plan on getting that here in the studio here shortly. Hopefully by the next show. If not, I'll figure out something. But basically, it's an Alcatel flip phone, and it actually has a lot of features that you wouldn't think for a flip phone. It looks like a regular flip phone. It has big buttons. It's usually called the Alcatel Go Flip or the Alcatel My Flip, and it does have speech services that you can use out of the box. But what's unique about this, George, is it actually comes with some apps some features you think a flip phone wouldn't. Like it has YouTube. You can actually do voice dictation instead of you remember the T9 texting. You had to
Yes.
press three like six times for F and all this other stuff.
Yes, and that was very annoying because if you mess
Yes.
up the
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Trying to send a long text message or trying to do email. But you can actually do that. You can actually do voice dictation, and it uses voice over LTE, which basically, when it says the phones is voice over LTE, basically what voice over LTE is, it's calling over the internet. It's calling over the internet. It gives you superior sound quality to where someone sounds like they're actually in the room with you. Um, so as AT&T stated that they are giving certain customers free phones. I know some of the free phones that I would take advantage of that they're offering. The iPhone 11, it's still a pretty decent phone. The iPhone SE 2020. I talked to a couple representatives, a couple higher ups. Shout out to knowing somebody who
Quentin, real
hooked up.
quick, on the SE 2020, and that been it might be because consider we were a tech show. Does that one has a button, right? Like
Yes,
a
that
home
one
button?
is it has the iPhone 8 style, but it has the iPhone 11 internals. So it's the iPhone 8
Okay.
style with the iPhone 11. So it's up. I actually had the SE 2020, very good phone. Horrible battery life, but other than that, it's a really good
How's the
phone.
battery life on that?
The SE 2020, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Was it really?
But
Okay.
it's not for a power user. But if you're somebody that doesn't use their phone that much, it's a good phone. They're offering some Galaxy devices for free. They're offering some of the lower end models for free, and then you might be able to get. They do have a flip phone. They have the Alcatel My Flip. You should be able to get that for free. I don't know why they are making anybody pay for a flip phone. I think they should just give those away, but they are. They do charge for them. I think it's like $80, but you should be able to get it on promotion, especially if that's it's a lot of older folks out here that are not quite ready. So, um, yeah, AT&T, they shut theirs down. Like I said, T-Mobile plans on shutting theirs down in July. Also, the Sprint network. Along with that, the Sprint network is going to be uh, completely depleted by the end of the year. So no more Sprint. So like currently now, Sprint, if you call Sprint, you practically are going to T-Mobile, but some of the Sprint network towers and stuff are still up, but they're going to be completely gone. So
I have Sprint.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
you're telling me, I'm
Sprint.
like, oh, I got Sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
T-Mobile.
what phone do you have?
The iPhone 11 Max Pro.
Oh, Pro Max. Okay, so by the time you upgrade, you'll practically just be on T-Mobile. So no more Sprint by the end of the year. So we'll just be left with AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Now, if you are on prepaid, now which it did not cover, prepaid customers, particularly at the moment, Cricket customers. Cricket uses the AT&T network. So Cricket customers, you got that notification. They actually now this is what pissed me off, George. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Cricket customers were actually being told that they were actually going to lose their service if they didn't
Well,
upgrade by the deadline.
hold on. Let me tell you this, Quentin. I haven't told you this. They told me I have an iPhone 7, which I use as a backup and it's my second emergency phone. The girl, granted, I think she was going for sales. She said, Mr. Soala, as of March, that phone is no good. You're going to have to upgrade and this and that. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, because it's a 3G and whatnot. And I'm like, why? This is an iPhone. I can understand if it was a cheapo phone. But nope, she wanted me to, and I didn't. I'm not going to move up until it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. Oh, well,
So I'm actually, since we're live and you can edit it, I'm actually looking that up live. See, I don't think it is, but that iPhone 7 is with Sprint.
Yes.
All right. So according here, yes, we're live. See, so when we're live, we can do this. but of course, during the show, hey, join us live always. We have a good
Right?
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the iPhone 7, it's with Sprint. They were going to shut down the network in March. That was the original plan, but I think you have until July.
Okay.
So a lot of phones that you wouldn't think that were being shut down, they're going to get shut down. So, but yeah, Cricket customers got the notification that they could actually lose their service. So for Cricket customers, they are offering you guys free phones, unless you already have an up-to-date iPhone, you don't have to worry about nothing. They are offering free phones to supplement. They're not really that great, but I mean, if you're just somebody who's basic, you don't care about all that fancy smanchy stuff, you're fine. And then of course we got told with the alarm systems. So if you've gotten an alarm system within the last 5 years, you should be fine. Same thing with medical devices. I would give them a call, and they should be able to replace them. Um, I know this is kind of relevant. Well, I'm going to say it's irrelevant because I don't know. We might have a couple people in here, George, that are bioptic drivers. You're familiar with the bioptic program, so they may have
Bioptic? What is that?
okay. So the bioptic program. So basically, if you have a certain level of vision, I think it's like 22 over. I have to look it up actually. I don't know, but basically, if your vision qualifies, you can actually get these special pair of glasses that have telescopic lenses, and it allows you to operate a motor vehicle, and you can actually see signs and stuff from far away.
Oh,
Now,
really?
most bioptic drivers are not uh, they're not permitted to drive at night, but the reason why you're saying, well, what does that have to do with that? But in case anybody in here that drives, or you might have a vehicle, some of you might be rich and you have chauffeurs and you have nice cars. This 3G shutdown also affects your vehicles. So for anybody in here, and actually I know someone who's listening right now, I'm gonna check the comments in a minute to see if they commented. If you have a General Motors vehicle, speaking to General Motors at the moment, so Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet. OnStar, if you have a vehicle that's made from 2015 and up, OnStar is actually going to be pushing you an update that will actually keep your vehicle up to date. You just follow the instructions on your infotainment screen, and you can actually have your system up to date, so you can continue doing navigation and all that other stuff with OnStar. So it's affecting a lot of people out here, George. So I would just advise all of you to call your medical device companies, call your carriers, see what kind of deals they're offering you. Definitely check with your security system. I have ADT. ADT is coming out here next month. I think they use Verizon, but they're coming up out here next month just to double check everything. And if not, I'll just upgrade my system. And if you have a General Motors car, just follow the instructions and get yourself updated. So they're not going to leave you completely in the dark. They understand a lot of people don't have $1,200 for a phone or anything like that. So
What is that? Do you have a Spectrum out there where you're at,
uh,
Quentin?
I hate Spectrum. Yeah,
Or Charter?
the
Whatever it's
moment I
called?
could get away from Spectrum, I did. Yeah, I remember when they were Time Warner, they used to have a security service. But I'm so glad. I hate Spectrum. I hate them with a passion. But yeah, we have Spectrum, Spectrum Mobile, all that good
You don't
stuff.
like Spectrum? Really? I think
No,
it's
I
pretty,
don't. I
I
don't
think
like
it's,
Spectrum. I have fiber internet versus cable internet. Fiber is so much better. Maybe in another podcast we'll talk about the different types of internet, why you should keep it. And I'll try to break it down so you guys don't get headaches. But yeah, Spectrum is if you do have Spectrum service, they use Verizon's towers, and most of their phones are compatible. They're all good. No, they're not running on any 3G at all. Matter of fact, I don't even think. Just look very briefly. I don't even think Spectrum sells a flip phone. So I think they only sell iPhones, Galaxies. They sell Pixels, and they sell a couple other models. I don't even think they sell flip phones. So
okay.
yeah.
But so let me ask you this: for the things that those individuals that do have flip phones, don't freak out. And like Quentin's saying, they're
Right. Don't freak out.
they're gonna just drop you, and
Right.
So, and then for those who have a flip phone, I wonder how much the plans are.
You know what? That's the thing about it. I know Verizon. Actually, I think AT&T does too. Matter of fact, well, we're live.
I was in that prepaid service was T-Mobile many moons ago. It wasn't bad service. It was pretty. It was $55 a month. It was
Yeah.
not bad for
See,
me.
prepaid is actually good for somebody who just wants to cut save money on their bills. But for power users like us and people who gotta have, apparently you don't, but I'm a nerd completely, and I have to have the latest phone, so I need
Yeah.
postpaid. So because I just trade in and get the next one. It's like a car lease. It is what it is. So here, Verizon actually, so unlimited talk, text, and data. I don't know what the hell you're going to be doing data on a flip phone for. You can get a basic one for $30 a month. Same
Okay.
thing with AT&T, and T-Mobile. I know for a fact T-Mobile has an unlimited talk and text plan for $20 a month. They actually, if for the prepaid side, they have an unlimited talk, text, and I think it's like 2.5 gigs of data for like $15 a month. So that's a pretty good
Really?
deal.
That's not
But the
bad at
thing
all.
is with T-Mobile, like I have 5 lines on my account. So basically, after the first 2 lines, each additional line is $20. So I feel like at this point, why would I pay? You might as well. Why would I pay $20 for unlimited talk and text when it would be the same price for unlimited talk, text, and data?
Yeah.
So
True.
it
You're right.
it, it just makes more sense. So it's not bad, $30, $20, but I just feel like you might as well go ahead and get a smartphone. And they're offering so many deals, free phones. Like Verizon, I hate Verizon. Well, it's not that I hate Verizon. Verizon is the best; they're the most expensive, but Verizon kind of has the best deal. They're for some models on this phone. Like, oh, look at this, George. If your iPhone 7 was broken, they'll give you $800 for it.
Really?
Yeah, so they're giving you
Who's
up to a
this?
thousand dollars on even some broken phone. Verizon.
Really?
Yeah, Verizon's giving you up to $1,000 even on broken phones. That's
That's not
incredible.
bad at all. For 800
Nobody
bucks,
else is
heck
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
And also GameStop. If you're looking to sell your phone, sometimes go to GameStop. GameStop is actually offering good money for some of their devices. So you got plenty of places, you can go trade your old phone and help towards the cost of a new phone. But take advantage of what's available for you guys. 3G, I know it's some of you, it's crazy. I actually know a gentleman I used to work with. I'm actually give him a call because I know his phone was definitely 3G. He's had that flip phone probably for the past 10 years. So just check with everybody, see what you guys can get. And uh, I don't know about you, George, but sometimes I have no problem pulling the blind card to see what I can get, if I can get any special discounts or special promotions. So if you're blind and if you're a senior citizen or a certain age, hey, take advantage of the promotions and discounts that are offered to you. I encourage it because
Yep.
it's
Yep. Yep.
expensive
Yep.
out here.
Yep. Exactly. Those
It's
especially,
expensive
you
out
know,
here.
I'm just serious. The phones could come out to what, $1,100. You get some kind of discount, or even the services, like the senior
Absolutely.
services. I know T-Mobile and Sprint. I mean, T-Mobile and AT&T have services or products for senior citizens. So yeah, take advantage of it. Heck yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, so thank you to some of you. I see we got some viewers on Facebook. We got some views on YouTube. So thank you to those that are watching. We appreciate it. Feel free to comment if you like us, or if you, if you think that my voice sounds ugly and a horrible host, you can say so. If you like fried chicken, you can say you like fried chicken. I don't care what you put. If you got any questions, comments, or anything about the show, definitely leave it down here. I will read the comments. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you have any questions about this or anything else that we're about to talk about, please feel free to do so. So don't freak out over 3G. Call your carriers, call whoever, and they'll get you straight. And also, if you have any personal questions and you feel like I can help, feel free to send me an email. Email is in the description on the website. Go to novisioninternetradio.com and send an email, and I will take care of you. All right.
Talking about freaking out, you did a real nice demo on a speaker that I freaked out about because it's pretty cheap and it sounded pretty good. And
Yeah, we're gonna move on to that. I actually sent George the link, so the link for this speaker will actually be down below. It'll be in the show notes, and it will be on the website. It is an affiliate link, so you click on that. We'll get a. I just want you guys to know it is a sponsor link. You click on that, I will get a kickback, and all proceeds go to help the channel. So thank you so much for your support. But you guys should like this speaker. I did an unboxing and I did a review. I actually have a speaker here. We can talk about it a little bit. You guys actually get to hear a little bit of the sound quality. I know a microphone does not do it justice. But yeah, I think you guys might like this speaker, especially if you like to sing in the shower. So yeah, let's talk about that, George, a little bit.
yeah, like me, I like to sing in the shower. That's why you hear
Yeah,
the dogs in the neighborhood go. "Arr, arr,
right.
arr."
Hey, that's what I sound like in the shower.
There you go. I'm gonna go and play the clip.
Yes, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and check
Sorry,
out this unboxing and yeah,
we'll be back.
see what you
All right.
think. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the No Vision Internet Radio Network. This is the Tech Rants Show. My name is Quentin, and I'm here doing a live unboxing and quick review of a product. Now, this is a very inexpensive product, but let's see how it is. Now, what I'm about to unbox for you is it's called a that's ONN, ON small rugged Bluetooth speaker. Now, there's a medium, there's a small, there's a mini, which I also have, and there's also a large. Now, this here is the small, so this is kind of the second biggest. This will run you $14.88 at Walmart. This is a Walmart branded product, and it's IPX7 waterproof, so that means particularly, I really bought this to use it in the shower, but you can buy it to use as a regular speaker. It's supposed to be submergible and all that other good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open, and we're going to see exactly how this goes. So shout out to Walmart. I actually ordered this like right before I went to bed last night, and voila, here it is, arriving at my door. So let's go ahead and pop this open. So it's actually pretty easy to open. I didn't have to pull out the unboxing knife. So let's get inside here. Okay. All right. So inside of this plastic, you have the speaker. Oh, speaker's actually not so small, but it's pretty decent size. Pretty nice. That does feel pretty durable too. So let's go ahead and toss that to the side. And I think that's all you have is a speaker. Get a warranty card. I don't even see a... Oh yeah. You do get a charging cable. And that's about it. That's all you get in the box for this ON small rugged Bluetooth speaker. So taking a look at the speaker, on the left side you have 4 buttons. I'm not sure which either of them do, but we're going to figure out how to turn this on. That's on the left side. So if you're holding this on the left side, all your buttons are to the left. I think I know volume, the pair button, and all that. We'll figure that out. But at the bottom is your rubber stopper. And I think if you flip open the flap, yep, that's where your 3.5 millimeter and your aux input is. I'm sorry, your aux input and your USB charging cable, micro USB. So let's figure out how to turn this on.
Power on.
There we go.
Bluetooth pairing.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a phone, and let's use my iPhone 13 mini. So we're going to go to Bluetooth. I'm going to turn this on. And we're going to pair.
Bluetooth connected.
And it's connected. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some music. So this is Wayne Brady, Ordinary. So let's see how the sound picks up.
I'm perfect the way that we are.
So it actually has a nice bass to it. Sound quality is really good. So here's the thing. So the button, so if the speaker is facing you landscape mode, so there's a hook for the shower. If that's to the right of you, then the buttons that are directly in front of you, to the left, you have volume down. If you hold that, make sure, if you hold that, it goes back a song. If you hold the button in the middle, if you press that button, that's play and pause. Also your multi-functioning button. If you press the button to the right, that's your next.
Mr. Quentin?
All right. So hopefully you guys like that. I'm gonna actually have George talk real quick. I have good thing you can edit the podcast. I got something to do real quick. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. So you can go ahead and talk. Let everybody know what you think about that speaker.
Yeah. So, folks, like I said, it's 1480, 1490, or 1488. It's available at Walmart. And not sure I did cut that little demo short. I do apologize for that, folks. Don't know what happened there. But like I said, if you feel like you want to see something or hear something to demo, you're more than welcome to just reach out to us. Email us here at info@novisioninternetradio.com. That's info@novisioninternetradio.com. Or you call 1-800-219-6663. That's 1-800-219-6663. Now, you might thinking that Mr. Quentin is not on the screen, but that's on purpose, because what you're seeing, folks, here is actually live production or live recording of our podcast, which will be into an audio format that will be available on our website later on. So what you're seeing is what they call a live, and we're doing all the recording. So if you don't see him on the screen, that's why, because I'm seeing some people comment through my personal thing saying, hey, he's not on the screen, but that's supposed to be like that. But so again, if you think that you want to see something, let us know. And talking about that 3G, folks, which I failed to mention during our conversation, is a lot of people that are in homeless shelters or go to those battered homes shelters, they're given flip phones or phones that have 3G, because those phones will enable them to at least make a 911 call or something similar in their area. But unfortunately, those phones, those particular devices, won't be useful. And that's where, the concern is, if you do know someone that has those type of phones, reach out to them and see how you can help them regarding T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T. Because those folks that don't have the ability to purchase new devices, it kind of hurts. So like Quentin was saying, there are opportunities out there to get free phones or even services. You'd be amazed, folks. You ask the server or the provider to say, you know what, I'm kind of don't have money right now, and is there some kind of program? And you'll be surprised. Like I said, T-Mobile does have a program for seniors, and I believe when my mom signed up for it, I believe it was $45, which is, it's not bad. $45 for, no, I think it was $35 for the monthly plan, which is not bad. So we're going to be talking about, when he comes back, Quentin, we're going to be talking about the narrator, which is the free screen reader for Microsoft. Of course, there's NVDA, which is also an open source, is free. And then JAWS, which is expensive.
I am back. Sorry about that.
That's
had
okay.
a quick emergency. So that speaker there, I know that unboxing was a little bit wonky or whatever. So just to briefly go over, the speaker is facing you from top, going in order. Power button, Bluetooth pair. Then you go down one to the next row to the left, volume down / reverse track, play / pause / answer in calls, volume up, and next track. Now I've used this speaker quite extensively. Mainly bought it as a shower speaker because it can be submerged. And let me go ahead and tell you, if you're somebody that likes music, and you like to sing in the shower, or even just shower, if you're going on a vacation, you're at the beach a lot, or you just want something in the kitchen for entertainment purposes, go ahead and pick you guys up one of these. They do have the mini one. The mini one, I would not use that in the shower. I've used it after probably about 5 minutes or so, or even on the beach. After about 5 minutes or so, the sound gets muffled. So they have the mini. They have the mini. So if you just need something small, the mini is $988. The small is $1488. The medium is $3588, and the large is $4988. And one thing I did not mention in the demonstration is that it actually has lights that actually groove to the music. So like RGB lights. So if you're a gamer or you're visual, you know what that means. So I think this is a pretty good speaker. $1488, you can't beat it. It's a really good price. I like the fact that it has the voice prompts.
Power on.
If you can hear that,
Yes,
I really
cool.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was really, I like that.
Power
That was
on.
pretty
So
cool.
I think that's a really good deal. So George says he's going to pick up one. I don't know. Maybe he'll do an unboxing for us. I don't know. You going to do an unboxing for us?
Me do unboxing.
Yeah, you gonna do unboxing for us?
The only unboxing I do is for unbox a box of donuts.
Oh, well, no, you don't even keep those in the box long enough to unbox a box of donuts.
No, I
Um,
could do some. I've been thinking about that. Honestly, what you did there was impressive, and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna do an unboxing. One of these days, I'm gonna probably get something that I feel that people could use. Like that speaker. Honestly, Quentin, that
mhm,
because like you said, you could go to the park, or even like you're outside in the backyard, like me and my wife go here in our house backyard, just
absolutely.
relax. So that's a really good, and it has a good sound to it, folks. I mean, I think I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna order it. Oh Lord, I love my English. I'm gonna order it and have it, and then I'll be playing in the background during our podcast.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. So, by the
Yeah.
way, I mentioned this in the unboxing, but I want to say it here for everybody. I do not own any of the copyrights to the music that was played. All property is property of Wayne Brady and whoever his management group is. I own none of it. So
Yeah.
don't sue me.
Wayne Brady wasn't he on the Brady Bunch?
No, I think that's a different Wayne
That's
Brady.
another one. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
different
sorry.
Wayne Brady. All right. So yes. So go ahead and check that speaker out. Like I said, once again, the mini is 988, small is 1488, medium is 3588, and the large, the big boy is 4988.
Quentin, was that one that you got the medium? What do you
That's this.
what do you?
That's one's actually the small.
Oh, the small. The one
Yeah.
you got. What do you give it in regards to battery? 'Cause sometimes, like we bought one for T-Mobile a few years ago. It's like $250, and that's forever. But
Depending on what you're doing, it could. So it's rated. I think it's 12 hours. It should
okay,
definitely now at high volume when you blast it in a full blast, you cut it in half. But I think hey, I would hope that all of
can I give you a real quick story about that about the shout dancing or singing in the shower? I was
the dogs join
uh,
in.
well, I have the radio on. I'm listening to it. I'm start getting into it. I'm not dancing and I'm moving around like a fish, and then boom, I fall out. Literally fell out of the shower, and my wife's like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I just slipped on the soap, and I was actually dancing. I almost killed myself dancing to a damn song." But anyways, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so we missed George's birthday, so for Christmas we will all get him a life alert. All right,
Right?
so donations
Yes,
for
sir.
George's life alert. I fallen and I can't get up. So for the so if you shower every day, I shower like once a year, but I'm just
Yep.
playing. If you shower every day, so for me it gets me through a work week. I would say maybe a work week and a half. If I don't now, if I blast it, it'll probably go no more than a work week, and that's an average of let's say a 30-minute shower or so. So
That's not
it'll do
bad.
pretty good. But it's the battery's rated at 12 hours. So cut it in half if you've got it on full blast. But if you're in the kitchen, this is something real nice to put on the counter. So if you're cooking, you can have some music or you can listen to a podcast or something like that. This is a really
Listen
good
to our
speaker.
podcast.
Yeah. So maybe you're in the kitchen and you're cooking or whatever, and you need to catch up on a No Vision Internet Radio podcast. Get you one of these speakers, put it on the counter while you're sitting there chopping onions, and we can have dinner with you
Wait a
virtually.
minute.
So
Will they be crying because of the podcast or because of the onions?
I don't know. They might be crying because of the sound of my voice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry.
No,
I,
right?
I
Nah,
won't. I
you're
won't
doing
talk
good, man.
anymore. I'll go find a guide dog and have him talk. Maybe you'll like his voice better.
Right?
Um.
No, you're doing good, man.
So so we're doing pretty good here. So yeah, there's so many options out there. Like I said, I like the fact that it has voice prompts, and by seeing this, moving on, by seeing the speaker and how it has the voice prompts, it's amazing how accessible technology has become and how accessible things are out of the box. I remember years ago when I first used a Macintosh computer. I did not know Macintosh was accessible out of the box. VoiceOver was on Mac. Uh, Now, if you have a standard size Mac keyboard, it's Command F5. I'm not sure what it is now. And then I remember when the iPhone 4S came out, it was the first smartphone that was accessible to blind people out of the box. You triple click the home button, and it's still accessible out of the box. You just triple click the side button. Android phones are accessible out of the box. You just hold your fingers on two fingers on the screen at launch, or you hold down the volume button. So, for a while, it looked like the operating system, Windows was left behind. Well, that all changed in Windows 10. Actually, it happened in Windows 7, but Windows 8 started the development of narrator into a full-fledged screen reader. When narrator first came out back in 2000, it was just something that you got until you got like JAWS and all that. And nobody has. For those that are listening that don't know what JAWS is, JAWS stands for Job Access for Speech. It is the most common screen reader in the world. It's mainly used by schools, public entities, governments. It's very popular. And one license of JAWS, if you buy it outright, is $895 for personal. Is it $895 or $995? I can't remember, but it's $1295 for professional and commercial use. So government entities and schools and stuff like that pay $1,295, and that does not include software maintenance agreements, which provides upgrades and tech support. That's usually an extra $400. So luckily, JAWS has made improvements within the last couple of years and came up with a subscription plan that you pay like $95 for the year.
Well, guess what? Quentin, sorry to interrupt you, but for my subscription last year, I don't know if it was a coupon or what, because the first year I paid $99 for 3 licenses. Last year, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I paid $72.
Oh yeah, you got lucky.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And so this year, I'm kind of like, ooh, I wonder how much it's going to be this year because
right. I got to renew mine.
That was
in
pretty
April.
cheap.
Yeah, I got to renew mine in April, so it's $95. And I'm thinking about doing it. But the thing is, like I said, JAWS is so basically. I say all this to say JAWS is expensive. I know I'm rambling and I'm all over the place, but JAWS is very expensive. Assistive technology for blind people has been very expensive. Braille displays are expensive, but Windows realized that blind people were choosing Apple because of the simple accessibility. So with the invention of Windows 8, they started to improve. But with Windows 10, they really went all in. Narrator now works with the Braille displays. Narrator is now fully usable on the web. You could use narrator. Can I confidently sit here and say you can use narrator as a full-fledged screen reader? You could for basic and basic and some advanced tasks. But if you are a power user, I still think you need something more advanced. But narrator can be used by the average person. And the great thing is now blind people, we can get a laptop or a desktop and set it up fully out of the box. So a lot of you don't know what narrator is. A lot of you are scared. I've seen your questions and comments saying, hey, can I use my new laptop out of the box? Can I use my new desktop out of the box? Well, you absolutely can. So I couldn't get screen share to work the way I wanted to. So what we're going to do is I have my laptop hooked up to an external source. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to produce the sound. I have NVDA running now, but I'm actually going to turn off NVDA.
Desktop.
Can you kind of tell people what the NVDA? Because we probably know, but what is NVDA for those who don't know?
NVDA stands for non-visual desktop access, and it is actually an open source software. And it's in my opinion, I like NVDA better than JAWS. There's a lot of things better than JAWS, and the most important thing, it's free. It was actually created by a gentleman who felt bad for people paying $900 for JAWS. So he went out and developed a team over in Australia, and he created this screen reader. And I have watched it. It's probably the most popular screen reader and the most improved within the last year. For something that's free, it is very powerful. So you don't need JAWS to complete your task. I tell anybody to try NVDA. It is wonderful. It is powerful. And I use it on a daily basis. I do use JAWS mainly for work, but outside of work, I use NVDA and narrator. So
do you really? Okay.
Yes, I do. I used to use System Access, but they no longer exist. And then back in the day, I loved Window Eyes, but they discontinued Window Eyes. Yes. So when you take a desktop or a laptop out of the box for the first time and you first power it on, when you're at the welcome screen or actually anywhere on the screen, this keyboard shortcut, unless you disable this shortcut works anywhere in the screen. If you hold down the Windows key, Control, and Enter, you will automatically get speech. So I'm going to do that now. Windows, Control, Enter.
Narrator heading level 1. Welcome to Narrator.
So narrator has started.
Quick start, but narrator guide. Button. View the complete narrator guide online. All.
So
What's new? Button. Settings. Feedback. Button.
What I'm gonna
Approve.
do,
Settings.
let me
Button.
slow down the speech for you guys.
Settings window.
Let me ask you this,
Turn narrator.
Quentin, while you're doing that,
Feedback. Start narrator.
does
Start narrator.
with
Show
regards to
narrator.
like the command strokes or the keystrokes, is it almost the same like JAWS or an
Mm,
MPG, or is it a lot
I was
different?
actually gonna get to that here shortly.
7, 8, 9. Caps. Change voice volume.
All right,
Caps.
so I think that's pretty slow.
Lower the volume of other apps. Narrator. Quick. Narrator. What's setting? Feedback. Show. Start. Exit. Minimize. Settings window.
All right,
Personalized narrator. Select where you hear narrator's voice. And
all right.
desktop
So
list. Windows
I'm on the
10 update
desktop.
assistant. 3 of 18.
So narrator. So for George made a comment. He said he likes the voice that's using. So that's actually a Microsoft voice. It's called the Microsoft One Core Voices. So you have David. This one is Mark, and then you have a female voice, Sarah. So and then you can actually add more voices. They have United States, Canada. Actually, no, this is a Canada voice. Yeah, this is a Canada voice. Actually, not a United
Quentin,
States
for you,
voice.
just a quick question: do you prefer? And this is, I guess, people might ask this question, just out of curiosity. Do you prefer a female or male voice?
It really just depends. It depends on what I'm using. For a while, female voices were the popular. They were the norm. Especially across mobile platforms. But on my Pixel 6, I use a female voice. On my iPhone, I use the Alex voice because it's just so fluent. And as you see now, I have a male voice on my laptop. So it really just depends. If I find a good female voice that's usable, I'll use that. As long as it's not Microsoft Anna from Windows
Right?
7.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
was horrible. She
yeah.
sounded completely like a robot. So this voice is the Microsoft One Core Voices. You can get these. You can actually add voices. So when you turn on Windows Control Enter, you do Windows Control Enter to turn on narrator. Usually upon setup, just like VoiceOver for iOS and vice versa, and all these other ones, you will be prompted to do a tutorial. If you want to, you can actually practice keystrokes and you can actually learn. Matter of fact, if you do insert, we're going to figure this out. I think it's insert.
Learning on.
Okay, so if you do insert 1 with narrator, it will actually turn on keyboard help. You can actually do certain keyboard commands to see how they add up. And George brought up a good point. How are the keyboard commands in regards, as far as like versus JAWS, NVDA? I think Microsoft realized that most people who were going to start using narrator were using those screen readers. So what they did is they actually changed some of the keyboard commands around, and you can actually use some of the keyboard commands like you would in JAWS or NVDA because they wanted it to feel familiar. Now, one of the good things about narrator is that you can actually go in. I'm not going to play with it today. I'll probably do this in a later podcast. You can actually go in and create your own keyboard shortcut. And so if something's a little easier for you, you go in and create it and make it a lot easier for you. So I think it's pretty good. So you do insert 1, and as you can hear, I'm hitting keyboard keys,
Shift,
and it's announcing them.
S.
So like if I do insert down arrow, it'll tell me what that does.
Down arrow. Start reading document.
So start reading document. So insert down arrow. That's what that also does in JAWS. One of the keyboard commands that I love in JAWS is insert F12.
F12. Read current time and date.
And that tells you the time and date, which that's what that does. So turning off input help.
Wait. You can do that for narrator too?
Yes. So
cool.
So I turned it off. So if I do insert F12.
9:50 p.m.
Oh, cool. Okay. I know that.
February 26th.
Yeah. So
2022.
Real briefly, let's go on the web just so you can see. I'll tell you what. Let's go to
www.speedtech misinfo.
Okay.
www.google.
Let's go to the No Vision Internet Radio website with the narrator and see how it works. So let's see. No Vision.
As Quentin's doing that, folks, this is what we've been talking about to give you options to make your life easier. And I really thank you, Quentin, for doing that because
Internet Radio.
I saw a post I think that you made reference to where someone
email address
like they got a computer, like what do I do? And I'm so glad you're doing this, Quentin. I do applaud you for that because I think people need to hear this.
All right, so we're on the No Vision Internet Radio website. So let's go down here. We're going to navigate with headings like we would with any other screen reader and see what happens.
Welcome to No Vision Internet Radio, heading level 1.
All right, so see that. So
Welcome
let's go ahead and have it read it to us. So we're going to do insert down arrow.
to No Vision Internet Radio, heading level 4. No Vision Internet Radio wants to be our source for independently produced live broadcast and podcasts. No vision, no limit. You can ask.
So here we are. So let's see how it interacts with the player. I haven't tested this, so we're doing this live so you guys can see. Narrator is actually so far pretty functional. You can actually use it with your braille displays. You might have to download additional drivers, so just follow the instructions.
Live from No Vision Studio. Want to get
So
information?
let's go down here.
Latest episode, No Vision Internet Radio. The No Vision Internet Radio show with guest Cindy from Seeing No Vision Internet Radio.
Okay,
Heading level 1.
let's see.
Mixel Live Audio.
Okay, so it is live.
Mixel off air.
Oh, we're not
Does it
live
wanna
on the
go up?
website?
Does it go up?
Off air. Heading level
Keep it-
2 Mixel Live
You had like
Audio.
those 0 zeros, the right button of 0
Heading
zeros.
level 1 No Vision Image.
Apparently
No
not.
Vision Image.
So it's
No Vision
this,
Internet Radio on Mixel. No Vision. Heading level 2 Mixel Live Audio.
this isn't looking good.
Loading page.
Oh wait, there it goes.
That's all right.
There we go. So actually, so if I click on live,
0%.
okay, there we go.
Image. Banner. Mixel.
So
Button. No next button. Join the chat. Guest. Image. 1 of 1. Heading level 3. Be the first to start the conversation. Welcome to.
all
Heading
right.
be
So
now. Guest. Join button. Press space to edit.
okay,
Welcome to.
yeah.
Please
So
log in or sign up. Already a member.
so the website is it's all right. It's not. I guess it's not fully accessible. I don't know what's going on. But sometimes even George and I have problems with the website with JAWS, so it's not necessarily
No next
whatever.
button.
But
Loading page. Mixel created.
Yeah, what I did, I think you went to the wrong section, which is fine. But it shows that it's fully. And I think you went to the Mixer side. It was supposed to go to the podcast side, but no
Right.
big deal.
Yeah,
And it
so-
reads. I was hearing it. It was reading everything like Jaws does, Quentin. So
yeah,
I'm
it
not
does pretty
impressed.
good. You can actually use now one thing about narrator.
Windows 10 update assistant.
Oh, I think there's an update. So one of the good things about this is it actually works better with Microsoft programs, of course, because it's Microsoft developed. It works better with Microsoft than a lot of other screen readers would. So I would just encourage everybody to,
Windows 10 update
definitely
assistant.
test this out.
3 of the
Like I said, it's fully accessible out of the box. No problems. You can actually set up your computer. It used to be with Cortana. You can actually, you would actually be able to set up your computer with voice. When I got this laptop I got 3 years ago, and actually I can actually set up my computer with voice. So it would just tell me, hey, do you agree? And I would say yes, no, or whatever like that. But narrator is pretty. It's came a long way. They are really trying to compete. They're trying to, because it doesn't make sense. You spend, this laptop. I'll go ahead and be honest. This laptop was $600 when I got it, so it didn't make sense for me to spend $600 and turn around and spend $900 for JAWS. Or sometimes you may not have $100 a year. So $100 may be a lot to some people. But technology should be accessible to everyone out of the box with no hesitation. The iPhone's accessible out of the box. Androids are accessible out of the box. TVs are accessible out of the box. Matter of fact, that's what we might do next time. We'll talk about Fire TV and some of the accessibility options when it comes to TV, because blind people watch TV. So,
But
we're
the
gonna
thing is,
definitely check
Quentin, let
that
me
out.
ask you a question. Well, if you were gonna just like, I think you mentioned it before, but just to clarify, if you're just gonna surf the net, like just check out
Mhm.
websites and you don't have JAWS, would you prefer to use NVDA or would you prefer to use a narrator?
If you're just browsing the web, checking email, maybe using it for entertainment purposes, some light office work, I would definitely use narrator. It is definitely a good contender. But if you're doing, like, if you're getting more into, like, my phone system that I use for work, I have not tested it with narrator. I'm sure it would work. But I tend to use JAWS for more work tasks because narrator still is in development. So the question is raised, can you use narrator as a full-fledged screen reader in your everyday personal life? And I think to most people, yes, you can. I mean, for browsing the web, checking emails, it's going to work out just fine. Is it the most reliable? No. Is it going to have some hiccups? Yes, but it'll get through most people. A lot of people, probably about 70% of people listening to this podcast are they don't care about specs. They're not doing any programming or coding or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that. They just want something to get on the internet, check their emails, check online to see, I don't know what steakhouse at the presidency. They're gonna go check basic stuff. I don't know, and it's perfectly fine for that. But I still would not use it in my work environment. You can. I have used it in a pinch for some things, and it can be. There are workarounds, but and I would even steer people away from Jaws. Now, Jaws is good for a lot of stuff. Yes, it is, but give NVDA a try. You can download NVDA. We will actually post that link in the show notes below. Now they do ask for donations. I typically don't donate, which I should because it is a wonderful product. And NVDA came out in like 2006 or 2007, and it is probably one of the most popular screen readers. It is actually a lifesaver to people
Well,
who are
well,
blind or
well,
visually impaired.
what we're gonna try to do, Quentin, see if she'll become a guest. Hopefully, is a young lady from Jamaica. She works strictly with MVDA, and just But the thing is, it's like Quentin said, whatever gets you to your goal, either MVDA, JAWS, or narrator, use it. Now, of course, like Quentin said, not everybody that's listening to the show is going to be programming and coding. So if you can use MBDA, perfect, or narrator, hey, knock yourself out. And matter of fact, what I'll be doing, not for next show, but I'll be planning it out. I'm going to show you some shortcuts that I use at work that I've learned out of habit to get you more efficient with JAWS in the workplace. Because like Quentin was saying earlier, 99.9% of work environment has JAWS because
Absolutely, especially government environments. That's what
yes.
they use at the IRS, schools. When I was in school, NVDA was out there, but at the time, like I said, we had System Access, which is no longer being developed. Shout out to Mike Calvo if you're listening to this. Mike Calvo has done. He's went on to do bigger and better things. However, the Cero community is still up if you like the scripted movies. So once again, we might have Mike Calvo on the show at some point. Window-Eyes has been defunct. AI Squared is no longer. Um,
Was
you
Windows
know,
Eyes a Microsoft product, Quentin, or was it a vendor or a third party?
Window-Eyes was actually sold. Actually, no, Window-Eyes was sold by GW Micro, which
Okay.
GW Micro was bought by Freedom Science Fiction. I'm sorry, Freedom Scientific. And there actually was a program back in 2013 that I took advantage of. If you had a copy of Microsoft Office, you can get a copy of Window Eyes for free. So you would download the file, it would detect that you have Office, and you could actually get Window Eyes for free. So
Cool.
that was a pretty good deal. So Window Eyes is no longer available. System Access, you can still download it, but it's no longer available. There's Dolphin Computer Access. I'm sure you've heard of that. So Supernova, it sucks. It's horrible. It shouldn't even exist. I don't know why it's available. So when most people talk about screen readers, you're talking about JAWS, NVDA, Narrator. Now, I think you should include it on your list. And Zoom Text is still available. Zoom Text is mainly for those with magnification, but they do offer speech capabilities. And also VoiceOver for Mac, Orca for Linux. Those are the main popular screen readers that everybody uses. There are some other ones out there, but those are the main ones that we definitely care about. But NVDA and Narrator should definitely be in your list right now. Like I said, they're free. Narrator can definitely be used by the average person. NVDA can definitely accomplish uh, some heartfelt tasks. And also, one screen reader I forgot to mention that we might do a demo here is Chromevox for Chrome OS. Chromebooks are very popular in a lot of places because they're so cheap, and Chromebox is very accessible. So these devices are becoming accessible out of the box, which is what we want because we're blind. Just because we're blind does not mean that we should be denied access to technology. Okay, we are human. We want to work. We are very capable as much as the next person. Yes, it takes a little assistance. Us using speech to navigate our computers and stuff like that. It's just as if someone uses glasses to read print or someone uses glasses to drive. Our speech, if you use magnification, it's just like glasses. It's a little assistance. So I'm glad these companies are realizing us and including us in their products. Like I said, TVs are accessible, your cable boxes are everything nowadays that they're making is being accessible.
Oh, Quentin, let me
So
tell you about
it's just
that.
wonderful.
Let me tell you about that. I'll do a demo on this too. Um, I was asking you about Spectrum, but day of the Super Bowl. Okay, I'm at home. I'm like, what's the score? What's the score? And I'm yelling to my wife, babe, what's the score? And she's like, aren't you watching the game? I can't say the score. Well, anyways, um, so I just happened to talk to a friend of mine. She said, yeah, just turn on the voice thing on the voice narrator on the TV on your box, the Spectrum. I'm like, what? And he
Yeah.
showed me, over the phone. This darn thing, folks, you hit now, like I said, I'll do a demonstration. You hit a certain button to the right, like right now I can't remember, but it will actually say
it's
the
the
score.
it's the triangle shake button and the number three if you have the newer boxes. Now, the problem with this is that not everybody has access to those boxes. They actually, I tried to get one of those boxes last year when I was with a Spectrum, when I was a Spectrum customer. What they told me was because of when COVID started, they actually stopped making those boxes. You can
Really?
still request them through the accessibility department, but they don't have them on hand on the truck, which I think is sad.
Well, let
So
me tell you this. Let me tell you this one. 3 years ago, okay, when I was Spectrum, I called Spectrum to say, okay, do you have anything that's accessible? Because what's the dish TV or dish? They had a box that was to talk to you, right? So when I called Spectrum, I go, you know what? I'm gonna move over to you guys, but do you have a box or anything that's accessible? And they're like, put me on hold for an hour. And anyway, they came back. So, well, you know what, sir? We'll lend you a laptop. You could, use
yeah, I
your
got
screen
one of
reader.
those. It was actually a very nice laptop.
Yeah, they gave it to me. They actually so they came back and like a year later, they called me and say, you know what, we have another device that you could use for your TV. So the guy came to install it. I go, okay, here's your computer. I cleaned it up and I go, here's yours. He goes, no, that's yours. You're a customer. Really? So I called just to make sure, and they're like, yeah, it's yours. I'm like, wow, that's not bad. It was a nice computer too, or laptop actually.
Yeah, it was a nice computer. I actually had that when because that was their answer to the audio guy. Because for those that don't know, it is a law. It's called the 21st Century Video Accessibility Act, which basically says that a network must offer a certain amount of audio description and accessible programming on their networks, and that TV manufacturers and manufacturers of set-top boxes and stuff like that have to make things somewhat accessible.
Yes, sir.
So typically for cable companies, if you're serving a 500,000 customers or more, you have to have an accessible
Yep.
product.
So
So
21st Video and Communication Act, you're right. And
right.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Quentin, because people don't know that. They're like, okay. They walk away. I'm like, you
Nope.
can't do
That's
that.
why Netflix, all the Netflix shows are audio described. All of them.
Really?
So yeah, all the
I
Netflix
haven't really
shows
used it.
are
I
audio
haven't really-
described. HBO Max has audio description. Hulu, which is probably the most inaccessible app,
Mhm.
it has some issues. They have audio description. So like I said, we've came a long way. I don't know why my Alexa just came on. I didn't say her name. She's nosy. Okay. Anyway, um, we've came along in the blind and visually impaired
Oh,
community.
Quentin, can I tell you something? The other day, my Alexa came on in the middle of the night, scared the holy heck out of me. And she starts talking, and I'm like, what? And me and my wife were like, what the hell is that? I didn't say nothing, but she started talking to scare the holy heck out of me. I almost
Yeah,
pooped my
she
pants.
does
I tell
that.
you what.
So I typically the one downstairs stays muted because she's just nosy. But I don't get it. These devices. But like I said, I'm glad to realize that they're realizing blind people are not second class citizens.
Yes.
They're even working. General Motors is actually working on it to make the infotainment screen accessible. Just because we're a passenger, hey, we other passengers they change the radio station. We want to
Yes,
change the
sir.
radio station and do stuff too. So we're coming a long way, everybody. So just stick together. Let's wait. Next thing they need to do is these smart fridges. They need to make them accessible. I like to know when I'm out of ice cream.
I was right. good point there. But see, folks,
Absolutely.
see all this information that we're giving you. We're gonna do this every show we do. And
Absolutely.
let me ask you this on there, Quentin. And I was thinking about this. How about to bring more interest as it is, we're providing good content. How about toward the end of the show, we both have a resource that someone could use? What do
Yeah,
you think about that?
absolutely.
Okay.
So I did not bring mine today, but they actually will. I will actually send by the time George does it. I'm giving George a lot of work. Um, So within the show notes, and actually this will be posted on the website and permanently, strictly because I feel like these are numbers you have to know. So for a lot of the major companies, we will actually have the accessibility numbers that you can call. Amazon, I think, of course, the main ones, your phone companies, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, they have their
Mm-hmm.
own accessibility line.
Yep.
I don't know if Walmart has accessibility line. I'll check, but I found out the other day that DoorDash has one. So I'll post that because
Really?
the DoorDash app has been acting stupid lately. It was not broke, so they shouldn't have fixed it. Microsoft, of course, we all know Amazon has one, Apple has one, and
Well, Quentin, didn't that piss you off? And I don't want to go off topic real quick, but didn't that your app is working perfect? I have one. I have an app. They updated it, and it just everything just went to heck. And I'm like, son of a gun. They had
I'm
everything
very
good, and they
upset
went
about
in.
DoorDash. I can't order my donuts, so it's a little it's pissing me off at the moment. So yeah, I mean, companies, if anybody listens to this and you develop an app, if your app is, I understand you got to improve it and stuff like that, but sometimes it ain't worth trying to improve anything. It's perfect the way it is. All right, especially
Yeah.
think of those with disabilities. So I have filed a complaint with DoorDash. Let's see if they listen. Um, but yeah, so yeah, and definitely don't be afraid to file complaints with these apps. Okay. Uber, all of them. Don't be afraid to file complaints because those complaints could make you can make a difference in saving
Yes,
somebody's
sir.
life or helping improve someone's life. So definitely
Yes,
don't
sir.
be afraid.
Yep. That's
So
say amen to that. With what Quentin just said. So, folks, well, Quentin, before we leave, you did a pretty good job, my friend. You did a pretty
uh,
good job. So I think I might just have to retire and let Quentin just take over. So I'll be the
I don't
producer in the
know. I
background.
might get fired. I don't know. Let's see.
Uh,
So if you guys like me, let me know you like me. If you don't, if you think my voice disgusted you and you want to go stab yourself and stab your ears or whatever, hey, I'm
no, you did a
sorry.
good
I
job, man.
know I know my voice sounds like Oscar the Grouch. And,
Hospital the
Oscar the
Grouch.
Grouch lives in a recycle bin now. They really have changed Sesame Street. He lives in a recycle bin, and Cookie Monster's
Oh
now
yeah,
Veggie
yeah,
Monster.
yeah.
That's pissing
Yeah,
me off. That's for another subject.
that's
But
another show. Yeah, yeah.
if you like the show, I'm glad if I can come up here and make a difference in you guys' life. Because like I said, we are blind. We are not stupid. Okay,
Mm,
and we
yep,
have value just as much as anyone else, and we deserve the same treatment and the same accommodations to help us live the most successful and independent lives as such. Because we have a
yep,
lot to offer to society, and
yep.
hopefully now they see it. Can you imagine if Ray Charles was still alive with all this technology we have now? I mean, look at what he did without technology.
Yep.
Blind
Well,
people, we have a lot to offer. So
and
stay
the thing about
positive.
that is, Quentin, I'm glad you're saying it because people, especially those who are newly blind,
Yes,
your world's gonna change. You're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that no more. I won't be able to do this. Yes, you can. Like Quentin's saying, with technology, you could do whatever you want to do. So there's no
absolutely.
like what's our word for the what's our saying for the internet for the no vision, no limit. Okay, that
Absolutely.
means just because you have no vision, that means you still don't have no limit. You know what I'm saying? So, well, anyway, Mr. Quentin,
Well, I asked my girlfriend could I drive her car, and she kind of told me no. So I guess that's a limit. But
yeah,
I don't
right
know.
there you
It
go.
might be
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
might be for the best of us. But
No,
that's
Quentin,
all
I
right.
figured it out. No. I figured out, folks. I figured out a loophole for that driving. Check this out. Exclusive here, guys. Exclusive. If you're blind, you can drive a car. You know how, Quentin?
Now,
Okay. When you're driving, if your wife or whoever's with you, the louder they yell, that means you gotta move the other way. If they yell louder, and then we'll go the other way. There you go. Once they stop yelling, you're in the right way,
hey, that actually might work. So
right?
maybe if you're listening, we're gonna try this. We're gonna go for a late night drive. So no comments today. I guess nobody wanted to talk. But we're gonna wrap it up. If you have any last minute questions or comments, we're gonna give our closing thoughts. Questions can be sent to me via the email on the website qthomas3630 at gmail.com. Cash App and PayPal is on the website. And once again, thank you to that individual that made that significant donation. I truly appreciate it. It helps me bring better content and unboxings like you heard today. I'm sorry that an unboxing was a little choppy. It was first thing in the morning. I wanted to record it, but yeah.
But
So
oh, by the way, folks, the one where we played the demo, it was cut short, and I don't know, that's probably my fault. But not to worry. If you go to No Vision Internet Radio, I put a page up the Tech Rants Show. It's a page. Go on there. Our first show's on there, and Quentin's demo's on there too. So if you missed his demo or you caught us late in the show, just go to our website, novisioninternetradio.com, to go to the Rant Show, the Tech Rant Show page, and it's the second one down. That's his demo. That's Quentin's demo. So we got your back. We got it.
Yeah, we haven't really ran it now. I'm sure I'll tell you what. To keep the rant in the name, I'll find something for next show that pisses me off, and we'll talk about it. All right? Sounds like a deal.
Right. Hey, Quentin, it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. Remember that.
Well, all right. We just got demonetized, so donations are helpful. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. Please be safe. Please be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember, you know what? I think there should be a new slogan for this show. Remember to keep a smile on your face because you're not fully dressed unless you're wearing one.
Hey, there you go. Hey, I like that. All right, folks. See you next time. Mr. Quentin, thank you so much. You did an awesome job, and see ya.
All right.